Good morning again. Today we'll discuss about occurrence of metal. The earth crust is the major sources of metals. Even seawater also contains some soluble salts such as sodium chloride, magnesium chloride. The elements or compounds which occurs naturally in the earth crust are called as minerals. So minerals are nothing, elements or compounds occurs in the earth crust. From the minerals, the impurities or the unwanted particles which contained in that minerals are called as gangue or matrix. Mineral contain a very high percentage of particular metals, and the metal can be profitably extracted from it. These minerals are called as ores. So ores are the minerals which contain a very high percentage of a particular metal, and from that minerals which can extract the metal profitably in the large scale. Then it is called as ores. So here the process of extracting metal from its ore is called as a metallurgy. So in the metallurgy process we have 4 major steps. First one is concentration. Concentration is the process through which we can remove the impurities. The process of concentration can be divided into different steps, such as number 1, dressing. Dressing means breaking down of the ore and washing, that we call as a dressing. So first one, crushing is required. After then, dressing it properly in running water. That dressing process which we use running water is called as a hydraulic washing also. Why we need to use this running water is that in running water, if we wash the ore, the muddy particles or lighter impurities can be taken up by the water current. So only the ores containing heavy impurities remains on that. After dressing and hydraulic washing, then we need to go float flotation. Float flotation process is used only for sulfide ore. Sulfide ores are generally lighter ores. So this in the float flotation process, the wash ore is added to a tank containing oil and water. After then, the mixture is agitated by giving airs. Then, while agitating with the air, the lighter sulfide ores comes on the layer of oil, which is called as a froth. The froth becomes skim off. Skim off means remove. Then dry it. This is what about the float flotations. Next is magnetic separations. The ore containing iron as an impurities undergo this magnetic separation. We need to use an electromagnet, and around this electromagnet we put a bin above the electromagnetic drum. Then in the drum we put the crush, wash and dry ore containing irons. And when the switch on, the drum rotates the belt, and thereby when the minerals or ores reach, when the ores reach at the end of that electromagnetic drum, then the lighter particles are thrown in front of this belt, and the substance which contain iron will be deposited in the belt. When it crosses the magnetic field, then only it will drop. Like this one, we need to remove the metal containing ores and the impurities irons separately by magnetic separations. The last step of concentration is used especially for bauxite ore, and the process is called as the Beers process. In the Beers process, the washed and dry aluminum ores is mixed with sodium hydroxide to get sodium aluminate. And when the sodium aluminates are heated, are agitated, not heated, are agitated means stirred with the freshly prepared aluminum hydroxide precipitate, then all the aluminum present in the sodium aluminate convert into aluminum hydroxide precipitate. And like this, the impurities are in the solutions. And you can filter out the precipitate, and from this precipitate, you undergo the second process of this metallurgy process. Now, the second process of metallurgy process is of roasting. Roasting is the process of conversion of purified ore into the metal oxide. And roasting is done in case of the ore containing sulfide. When the ore containing sulfide is heated with presence of oxygen, then it will form sulfur dioxide and metal oxide. Whereas if the ore contains carbonate, then we need to heat it in limited presence of air. And this process of heating with limited air is called as a calcination. So, to convert the mineral to metal oxide, we have either roasting or calcination based on the components of the ores. After then, we have done reduction. Reduction is the process of converting the metal oxide obtained from the roasting into the metal. This process is called as a reduction. We can undergo reduction by using chemicals. Say copper oxide, when you heat it with carbon, then you will get impure copper and carbon monoxide. So like this, if you use a reducing agent like carbon, then it is called as a chemical reduction. And another process of reduction is there where we use the molten ore along with the electrodes and electricity. This process is called as electrolytic reduction. Generally, electrolytic reduction is done in case of aluminum ore. The bauxite ore is heated with cryolite. The cryolite lower the melting point of graphite, thereby easily it can convert the aluminum oxide ore into liquid. After then, we pass electricity by using an electrode. Generally, we use platinum electrode here, and during the time we got aluminum. Now, the last step of metallurgy is refining. Refining is purification of ore. So, after refining, also have different process which we will not discuss here in this part. Now, we will see the how to prepare, how to extract different metals from its ore. Highly reactive ores like potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminum are extracted from its ore by the process of electrolysis. And in case of zinc, iron, lead, copper, by reduction with a carbon rod, we extract these metals. Whereas least reactive metal, that is silver and gold, are found free state in nature. So this is the scheme of your metallurgy process. First, concentration of ore, which we have already discussed, for highly reactive metal. Then you undergo electrolysis of the molten ore, then you get pure metals. Whereas the metal which is in the medium of the reactivity series, you need to undergo roasting or calcination. If it is of sulfide ore, you need to undergo roasting. If it is of carbonate ore, then you need to undergo calcination. Then you will get metal oxide. This metal oxide undergo reduction and then finally undergo refining to get pure metals. Again, metals having low reactivity, for that generally they are obtained in the form of sulfide ore, so you need to undergo roasting. After then you will get reduction process. In the reduction process you will get a pure metal, and after then you undergo refining. Refining gives 99.9% purity. These are the different steps of your metallurgy process. Now we'll see enrichment of ore. Ore mined from the earth are generally contaminated with a large amount of impurities such as soil, sand, and they are called as the gangue, which we have already discussed. The impurity must be removed from the ore prior to the extraction of the metal. The process used for removing the gangue from the ore are based on the difference between the physical and chemical properties of gangue and the ore. Different separation techniques are accordingly employed, which we have already discussed this one. Different techniques which I have already mentioned in the term concentration terms. You need to understand it. Now let us see extracting metals low in activity series. Metals low in activity series are very unreactive. The oxide of these metals can be reduced to metal by heating alone. Simple example, let us see it. Cinnabar, which is mercury ore, having the formula IgS. When it is heated in air, it first converted into mercury oxide. The mercury oxide then reduced to mercury for further heating. Now let us see it. Twice HgS plus 3 times of O2. Then you heat, then you will get 2 HgO plus S 2 times of SO2. 2 HgO, then if you heat, then you will get twice Hg plus O2. Like this, we can reduce mercury from cinnabar. Similarly, copper is found as copper sulfide in nature and can be obtained from its ore by heating in airs. So copper sulfide twice Cu2S plus 3 times of O2. Then if you heat it, then you will get twice CuO plus twice SO2. Now twice CuO plus Cu2S, which is already in the mineral, combined together in presence of heat to give 6 molecules of copper and sulfur dioxide. Like this one, we can find out copper from its sulfide ore. Now let us see extracting metal in the middle of the activity series. The metal in the middle of the activity series, such as iron, zinc, lead, copper, are moderately reactive. They are usually present as a sulfide or carbonate in nature. It is easier to obtain metal from its oxide as compared to the sulfide or carbonate. Therefore, prior to reduction, the metal sulfide or carbonate must be converted into metal oxide. The sulfide ore is converted into oxide by heating strongly in presence of excess of air. That is, you need to undergo roasting. In case of carbonate ore, the change into oxide by heating strongly in limited air. So, heating in limited air is called as a calcination. The chemical reaction that take place during the roasting and calcination of zinc oxide or zinc carbonate ore can be shown as zinc sulfide twice ZnS plus 3 times of O2. Then if you heat it twice ZnO plus 2 times of SO2, this is the reaction found in the roasting. In case of zinc carbonate, ZnCO3, then if you heat it, you will get ZnO plus CO2. The metal oxides are then reduced to the corresponding metal by using a suitable reagent such as carbon. So, for example, zinc oxide is heated with carbon, it reduced to metallic zinc. As I have already told that this process is called as a reduction. Now, you are already familiar with the process of oxidation and reduction explained in the previous chapter. Obtaining metal from their compound is also a reduction process. Besides using carbon, that is coke, to reduce the metal oxide to metal, sometimes displacement reaction can also be used. Highly reactive metals such as sodium, calcium, aluminum are used as a reducing agent because they can displace metals of lower reactivity from their compound. So we can ask which metals are used as a reducing agent to undergo a displacement reaction in metallurgy. For example, when magnesium dioxide is heated with aluminum powder, the following reactions take place. 3 times of MnO2 plus 4 times of Al gives 3 times of Mn plus 2 times of Al2O3 plus heat. The displacement reactions are highly exothermic. So, the amount of heat evolved is so large that metal produced may be found in the molten state. Suppose ferric oxide with aluminum is used to join railway track or crack machine part. The reaction is called as a thermit reaction. Here Fe2O3 plus aluminum powder twice Al, then you will get iron liquid, that means twice Fe plus Al2O3 plus heat. So when this iron become cooled down, automatically the crack become fill up. So like this we fill up the cracks found in the railway track. Now extraction of metal towards the top of the activity series. The metals high up in the activity series are very reactive. They cannot obtain from their compound by heating with carbons. Carbon cannot reduce the oxides of sodium, magnesium, calcium, aluminum to their respective metal. This is because these metals have more affinity to oxygen than carbon. So we can ask why carbon cannot use as a reducing agent for the extraction of highly reactive metal. Your answer is that the affinity of attracting oxygen by these metals are more than that of the carbon. So they will form metal oxide instead of carbon monoxide. The metals are obtained by electrolytic reduction. For example, sodium, magnesium, calcium are obtained by electrolysis of the molten chlorides. The metals are deposited at the cathode, that is negative charge electrode, whereas the chlorines are liberated at the anode, that is in the positive charge electrodes. The reaction at the anode are as in case of NaCl, Na plus E minus, then you will get Na. At anode, twice Cl minus gives Cl2 plus 2 times of E. Aluminum is also obtained by this method, by using aluminum oxide. Next time we'll discuss about the refining of the metal.